Third reactor, roll off.
What's up, Reactorites? I'm John.
I'm Mike.
And we just got out of watching the sequel to Independence Day called Independence Day Resurgence, sans Will Smith. And this movie, it takes place 20 years after the first attack, the alien threat. And I guess after 20 years of hibernation, the aliens decided to strike back. And here we have like old comers like Jeff Goldblum, we have Bill Pullman back, and we got newcomers like Liam Hemsworth and Micah Monroe. What did you think of the movie?
It was pretty meh.
Pretty meh? Yeah.
pretty meh.
Yeah, I would say pretty meh too. There were some good parts, but overall it was just doesn't really compare to the first film. It's kind of hard to match like just the awe and wonder, and here it just feels like your run of the mill like sci-fi movie, like all the stuff that happens, like you really don't care.
Yeah, like I was pretty surprised. Like I had hopes. I mean, we I think both of us as kids, you know, we grew up with remember ID4.
ID4. Yeah.
ID4. Remember, it wasn't just Independence Day. It was ID4, and you saw it, the big letters, and you know they had the toys, and you just ate it up. And it's like now for the sequel, you're like, it's hard to kind of try to recreate that phenomenon again. And then with this movie, I felt like it felt dated. Like a lot of the jokes and a lot of the like, I don't know, it just didn't flow right, and it was just very like run of the mill, like point by point, this is our sequel, you know, like nothing really came out at me where I was like, ooh, this is really good, you know.
The thing that I loved about the first film is just the anticipation, like the aliens coming, and once the ships hover over the city, the city destroys, like what's gonna happen, you know. And then once it does happen, like the cities, the practical effects, it's really cool. Like the flames are just like bursting all over.
Yeah. And
you feel like, I felt like I was there like in New York City when they blew up the Empire State Building and all that. Or I felt like I was there in LA. And here, I guess you can't really feel that because most of it's been wiped out. But then they did rebuild it. But I guess I feel so far removed from that version because it's just, it's like an alternate timeline now, where humanity uses the technology from the aliens to like build all these things. So it kind of reminds me of like Earth, like maybe in the future.
Yeah, and especially like what you were talking about, like when you see the first movie, like you get a lot of like scenes of characters in their elements in mass population. Mm-hmm. Like you see Jeff Goldblum just riding his bike down the street, and you know, even Vivica Fox at the strip club and all these things. So it's like you get a sense of like everybody's kind of part of, you know, these different communities. While with this one, it's like everything's kind of pulled back, and it's like you only get to see the characters when they're doing something like really important. Yeah, you know?
The characters I felt like in the first one were more relatable. Here it's some of the characters, like I can't really relate to them because they just show up, they do their thing, and then they fight, and then let's say bad stuff happens, but you don't really care if like a character lives or dies.
Some of these characters, you would think that by now you would have some sort of attachment to them, and then they just kind of like they just show up, and you're just kind of like, oh, you're here. Like there's no emotion. Like there's no like investment, you know. Like
Vivica A. Fox, very central character in the first film. Here, she's like a wasted opportunity. Like they completely wasted her character, and it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, and then like the whole like the new guy, Jesse T. Usher. He like, I think he's probably the weakest character out of the entire film. Like his acting is just terrible. Like I
wouldn't say terrible. It was like just nothing. It wasn't compelling enough. Like he's following in his father's footsteps. His father, Will Smith's character.
Every time they would show like he's got like pictures of him. There's a mural in the White House of you know Captain Hiller, and it's like. I don't know. I just never felt like there was any connection, and it's like, obviously he's not the same actor that they had from the original film. So it's like, I don't know. I just didn't feel anything.
But the highlight of the newcomers would have to be Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Like, and he has no connection to the previous movie besides the fact that, you know, he's
dating the daughter of Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
That's the connection of the first movie.
Yeah, but I mean, for him as a brand new character, he was pretty good. He's very, like, charismatic.
He's charismatic, likable, and you want to go on your adventures with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, also, you know, Micah Monroe, she's, like, really good in this movie as well. Like,
yeah, she plays the daughter of Bill Pullman. And for me, I thought she did okay. Like, it wasn't, like, the greatest in performance, like, in terms of the character. So I was hoping that she would do more, especially after coming out of, like, It Follows. Like, she was great in that film. Here, for me, like, she didn't really stand out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think also it's like a lot of the stuff that they give these guys is just not that great. Like we were talking about, like the dialogue is just, it's just so cheesy. Well, there's a couple speeches, and let's say, you know, everybody knows Bill Pullman's speech, and then they try to give him another speech, and it's just not the same. And it's just like,
because the speech in the first one is like epic, everyone's around. Here, he gives the speech, but the way they made his character turn out to be kind of like out there, it just didn't work.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's sad. It's because, I mean, Bill Pullman was like one of the best parts of the first movie, and then now he's just kind of like, he's just there. Jeff Goldblum was great.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum is always great. He's great in everything he does. So in this film, like, I enjoyed watching him in it, especially with his dad, Judd Hirsch.
Yeah.
He was great in it. So you got some of the chemistry from the first film. So those parts I enjoyed.
Yeah, Brent Spiner, Dr. Oaken, you know, he comes back. I think I thought he was probably one of my least favorite characters in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I enjoyed him coming back.
Really?
Why, was he too hokey?
I think he's a little too hokey. And it's like, and it's funny because even in the first one he was hokey.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that he died made him like iconic. I was like, oh wow, he's dead.
But now in the movie here, he's back.
Yeah.
So it's like they took that away.
Yeah.
You know?
And now he's like a central part of it, and it's like there's such a big setup for, you know, the franchise. Like, this is obviously not just the first one. There's going to be more. And it's just so obvious, and it's like they're building to something else, and I don't know. Just something about this movie just wasn't the same. It doesn't feel like anything really had any weight, or in terms of like, it didn't feel like there was like real jeopardy or you know, real.
And some of the stuff just reminds me of the first film, but just on a lesser scale. Mm-hmm. Even though the scope is kind of bigger, like the aliens are still coming down, they're wrecking shit up, but in terms of like, the awe factor is not really there. Just like in terms of what the aliens want to do in the second film.
Yeah, because I remember you see that first one, and you see all the explosions, and this one it's just like you see like Paris kind of crumble a little bit.
Yeah, not enough of the city destruction, and it just happens, you know, when they're there. So there's a part in the movie that I really enjoyed. It's just a hint of bigger things happening in the universe, and it's a pretty neat concept that sets up for like future movies, and that will probably make me watch a third film, even though I don't want to. But it's they give you that little seed, so I thought that part was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that part, but unfortunately, that's like the only thing I really liked about this movie.
Yeah, it's Other than that, if you're a hardcore fan of Independence Day, probably watch it. But for like everybody else, it's pretty I would give it a pass.
Yeah.
So if you have seen the movie, let us know what you thought of the film in the comments below. With that said, I'm John.
I'm Mike.
And we'll see you guys next time.
People see me and think they're safer. But it's not really me they're seeing.